Hey friends, thanks for stopping by toolstorage.com, and I can't believe the cool stuff they come up with. It just seems like it never ends. But here we are by SEESII Power Tools. Check this thing out. If you hadn't seen some other videos, I'm building out a travel van, toy van, motorcycle hauler, and just simply a work truck. I love this van that I'm building, and within that van I want to be able to keep a set of tools that just live in that van. And when they came across me to review this, I said absolutely, because I know I make a lot of messes in the cab, you know, just eating and traveling on the road, hauling stuff in and out. And I thought, well, this is pretty cool. Looks like a neat little vacuum. Comes with some accessories just to dump it out. Nice, quick, and easy. Has a HEPA filter that's easy to change in there. And then has these little safety switches as well, I noticed, or it won't function. It's kind of cool. It came with a spare filter even. The big reason that I really wanted to do this brand as well is I've started to get a lot of these import tools that run the same, either some call it a 20 and some are called a 21 volt battery. This attachment here fits my chainsaw, fits a like shop vac that I have, and I started like going, dang, it's really nice to get tools with multi-use batteries, especially something that's really economical. So these are the type that charge right here. It comes with a charger, super easy. But let's check this thing out, because this thing not only is a vacuum, if you notice in the background, it'll fill tires, and then it also is even a strobe light. This thing surprised me. I didn't know about this. I did see here a couple different vacuum attachments. Okay, so that's kind of slick. Okay. Well, that's going to be nice for getting down in between seats and whatnot, or even in the couch in the RV. That's going to be handy. We got a nice little one with little bristle brushes, if you will, and then a very traditional type of cleaning brush that we're going to try out here in a little bit as well. So pretty stinking cool, liking all of that. So let's just set those here for now, and we'll throw this in and look at the vacuum function of it first. What I found was interesting is when you power this on, hold it for 2 seconds. What I kept doing, I was grabbing the trigger, which is fine for the vacuum. I want to make a note of that, okay? That's what you do, and you have different power cycles here. I'm going to go ahead. Okay. So it's strong enough to, you know, suck some stuff in there. Look at that. Wants to take that bag all the way inside there. There's high and off. If you forget and you stick the spotlight or the tire inflator one on there, watch what will happen. I had learned this the hard way, so I'm just going to show you now. Clicks in, and now I've blocked that, and you're going to get a code when you use the trigger. Okay, so if you read the manual, it's going to tell you there's some different codes between an E1 and E0. So if you go in there and take a look at that, you're going to see that it's saying there's something restricted. So once I used the manual, saw that, I was like, wait, something's not right here. And what that something that isn't right is that for the vacuum, okay, go back here again, you're going to use this trigger. And then you have to reset it by taking the battery out, back in. We're good to go. And then again, to determine what type of vacuum suction and how fast you want to drain the battery, you have a high and low. So 1, 2. Try high. Whoa. Woo! Tell you what, that thing's got some little suction in there, doesn't it? That's pretty cool. Okay. Let's switch over to the tire feature and the spotlight. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this off. This one's got those same little safety contacts. Got a little arrow that lines up there. Click that in place. So now, if I were to hit the vacuum, I'm end up with that code because I'm restricted, right? So now I'm going to switch to the buttons up here. Now, if I hit this one here, I could toggle between presets of an auto. I think that one's a bicycle. That was a motorcycle, a bicycle, and then like your inflatables, like a ball or a pool toy or something like that. Okay, I'll go back to this car one, and then this one here's the light. So I'll try not to blind you in the camera, but I'm telling you, it's going to blind you. You got LED down here, LED up here. If I hit that again, if you got trouble going on, you want to get some attention, has a strobe feature, slow it down, and then back off, okay? So to do the inflation, we've got our adapter here. I'm going to go ahead and thread that in. And then we will go out and try this on a vehicle. Another really cool feature about this tool is when you look in the manual, you're going to see that you get these accessories for filling up different things like basketballs and inflatables and different things. For the life of me, I could not find it in here. I got a hold of them and they said, we double check everything a couple times before they get shipped out. Check the bottom of the tool. Well, what they meant by the bottom of the tool is check this out. It actually has a little spring-loaded drawer holding the accessories so that you can just take this thing and carry it with you and have what you need on it. That is ingenious engineering right there. Great job. So this is the type of compressor that when you air it up and set it to the number that you desire, it's going to go ahead and shut it off. So you could compare it against a good known gauge or whatnot. But just for functionality in this video, because I'm excited just to learn how to use this, I'm going to go out there and check this out. So I'm on the car one here, and this is where I could go in here and I can, put it up, put it down, whatever I want to do. Let's just use a 36. I got a trailer tire. I think it's a little low right now, but let's go out and do that. Now, to start the pump, okay, we're going to use this button here to go ahead and just start it. And then, like I say, I'll stop on its own, or if you decided you want to stop it. If you do this trigger here, you're going to end up with the code because it's restricted and that's not how it works. Let's go set this up by a tire and see how it works. I'm going to use my light. It just happened to shut off on me. Use my light. And how still cool is that? Okay. Looks like the tire's reading 36.5, so to get this to work, I'm going to go up to, I'll just pump it up to 40 just so we can kind of see how long it takes. I didn't charge these batteries. They were right out of the box as it came, but they did show full, so let's try it out. Hit center button. Nice, it isn't full and over. There it was. It took it from 36.5 to 40 in that short a time. They weren't lying. This thing has got some power. Wow, that is pretty dang impressive. So I would say that as far as that function, if I needed something super accurate, like let's say I'm at the racetrack and I really want to just have something quick without an air compressor, be fantastic to use this for the pump. I'd usually overrun it, fill the tire a little bit fuller, and then take my trusty gauge and then knock it back down to whatever it is that I want. You could do the same thing on anything. If I want a trailer tire that I want to be very specific, I could do that same thing. But it definitely wins on the fact that it can pump that tire and it can pump it fast. In the future, what I'll do is I'll take this and run a tire dang near flat and then see how long it takes to fill it back up. One thing about this product is they claim that it can even be used on automotive and truck tires. My other ones tend to stick to automotive but not truck tires, so pretty stinking cool if they'll do that. We'll do some tests in the future. Let's go ahead and put the vacuum to the test. All right, we are gonna switch it back. Super nice and fast. I wish it had a cap for right there. I might make something, put something in there. Okay, we're back to vacuum. That quick here and now. that's just to dump it, not take the accessories off. But it's taking up some pretty big chunks in there. That's pretty cool. Let's try the accessories. Oh, that's gonna be nice. This is the one that I really expect used the most. Get some bigger stuff here. I mean, it's just picking up those big chunks with no effort whatsoever. And then, oh, it's on low. Look at that. I was on low, and it's picking up that plastic. That is actually off that case right there. It's old plastic and little chunks are breaking off. I'm gonna tell you, this thing's a win. The fact that I can do the tire inflation and have a little cleanup tool, and it's those batteries that I love, I'm gonna give this thing a thumbs up. All right, friends, there you have it. We found this to be a useful tool for the fact that we can air tires. That's super cool, especially this is pretty dang fast compared to my other ones. I'll give it the full test in the future. But also the fact that it could be a nice little vacuum cleanup tool is pretty stinking cool. One thing I didn't show in the video, they even show like you can take this inflation tool and they made a little hook attachment for it. It's another little thing. I'm sure I'm gonna discover more, but the fact that it can do that is super exciting. Amazon link in the description and in the comments so that you can make a decision if you want to pick one up for yourself. Thanks for stopping by toolswrench.com. Make sure and like, share, and subscribe. Make it a great day and keep using tools.